Now, I know you're not gonna like this, but your life here can be broken down into one simple thing: numbers.
That everything you do and say can be defined in a digit, and if you don't accept it, you're gonna find it hard.
So give up now to the pre-calculated equilibrium determinant of what factors have derived the multiplications of your defined, redefined, summed up particles of a future. Because the truth is, when you leave this place, they're going to sit you down, just like this, look you in the eye, and ask you for numbers. So this is what you're going to do.
Count the number of times you skip class just to lay in the sun and read a damn good book, you know?
Count the number of books on your shelf or memories in your head. Okay, too hard?
Count the number of hours you missed sleeping because you were counting the number of times you just stayed up all night laughing.
Count the number of steps it takes to climb a roof and sit there to see how long you can hold your breath.
As you count the number of stars in the sky. Count how many times you ran naked across campus.
Or just dove into the bay.
The number of times you knew you were breaking the rules.
Or the number of times you stood up for what's right.
Or how many times you ran to Matheson and swung off deathly ropes or high cliffs.
The number of nights you sat in the freezing cold, or by blazing fires by the most killer game of Mafia.
The number of hours you spent on stage, whether counting the number of beats in a step or
laying close to someone and counting the number of beats in a heart.
The unimaginable number of mugs filled with tea you shared with someone.
A secret or thought or opinion you've never shared before.
The number of cookies you stole.
Or the number of times that Terry called you a damn first year.
When you took not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4 scoops of ice cream, because yeah man, it's Pearson College, and there's freaking ice cream. Yeah, I said it.
You know, the number of times you just stand up and say it like you mean it.
I mean, count the number of times you learned a new swear word in another language and screamed it through the trees. Damn, doesn't it feel good?
Like the number of countries you never even heard before.
And the number of names you still can't even pronounce.
Let's give it up for the number of tears we shed for fighting brothers and sisters in countries whose faces lift just down the hall.
To count the seconds of silence at the end of a play before the number of bodies who stand up to cheer you on.
Number of blackberries you pick.
And the number of times you missed the freaking bus.
The number of love and broken hearts.
And broken plates cheered through the cafeteria.
Like the times you ran like never before through fallen trees barefoot.
Count the number of hugs you got from strangers on your very first day here.
The number of late night movies.
And the number of bananas you've eaten. Yeah, there's a lot.
Count the number of strokes on the canvas.
Or the number of J strokes in the waves to the marina.
The number of birds you've seen.
Or the endless number of raindrops on your face.
Count the number of sunsets.
Or the number of times someone took the last bagel in the morning.
The number of sticky notes that we have left.
Or the number of times someone said something you never thought they would.
Count the number of things you've learned, not just in classes, but every chord you've learned.
Every song you've sang. Every new food you've tried.
Count the stitches in a scarf or a hat or a headband from a friend.
Or the number of November hairs on your chin.
But come on, don't count the days and don't count the hours until
Count the friends you made and the ones you've been too lazy or ignorant or stupid to make.
Count the failures you've made and the tests you've flunked.
The times you've fallen and then danced in the freaking rain.
Count the number of snowflakes in the sky on that one day that everything stops and it is still for a moment.
Count the number of times you've laid back and said, man, this is what counts at Pearson.
And when it's all said and done, don't count on any other numbers than these, because I guarantee you they're free. It won't ever define you.
like BRB.